Okay, this is going to be a different video than pen making. I'm working on a winter theme, and I need to make a mold. I'm going to make the mold out of wood, and I'm going to CNC the mold. I am going to run this program twice because I need a drift on the wood to remove the parts easier. This is the same path. Only difference is I'm using an engraving bit to create the drift that the mold needs. I won't show it, but the tool path is the same. It's much easier and cheaper to make a small mold like this out of wood versus rubber, silicone, and it's quicker. The molds turned out pretty good. This is just a back plate. I've still got some sanding to do after I make the pins, alignment pins. I'm just going to use a chopstick for that. This is a very small piece of wood, and it is sticking way out. There's going to be some deflection in it, but it's not going to be enough to hurt anything. Just making light cuts. Okay, the molds are finished, pins are in, alignment pins. Now we get to move on to the fun stuff and pouring it, see if the mold works. I'm just going to use a light amount of talcum powder for a release agent. Let me do it this way so you can see. Just a real light amount of talcum powder. And you can see in the machining process there is a little bit of drift on the cuts from the outside. So that's more than enough to get the part out easy. Now for the fun part, heating the metal and pouring it. I might have to modify this end gate. As you can see, it's a very small end gate. I might have to widen it a little bit, but it should be sufficient. I'm just using a heat gun to heat the metal. Can't really see. Hopefully that was a good pour. A little bit of overpour won't hurt. Let it cool and see. Okay, I'm done with the pouring now. We had a successful failure. This one turned out good. This one turned out good. This third one, as you can see, this little embossing tore out on the third one, which is fine because I can still use these. As you can see, they still have a clearly cut line from the sprue. These are very small parts. Still need some falling on this one. Then it's ready for paint. This is total height is 1.5 millimeter. Okay, now we're on to the slats. Basically, you just take a block, drill a hole for depth, and then you can fall in the groove on your slats. So you can glue the slats to your bench frame. Okay, the bench is finished. I just quickly glued it together. As you can see, it's less than an inch. The mold turned out pretty good. We just had a very little tear out up here, which is my fault. I didn't draw the sprue in the right spot. It created a weak spot for the top of it over a casting. The metal that I used was, I used 3-part tin, 1 part antimony, 1 part bismuth, and 1 part lead. The metal melts fairly low temperature, roughly around 109 degrees, 109 to 120 degrees, depending. But as you can see, there's no burning on the wood. It's a very soft maple wood inner layer.